There is an emotion that when it is present in a relationship is a huge indicator of trouble. And if you're feeling this emotion, then your relationship needs attention and fast. We're going to dig into that in today's video. I am Stacy Rocklein, and I'm a relationship literacy coach. And I help people who desire meaningful relationships to break emotional patterns, to communicate their needs, and to create deep connections. So what is this emotion? And I will tell you, it is disgust. It's not even hatred or anger, it is disgust. And here's why. When disgust is present, what it has with it is a lack of respect. You're looking at the other person and you are thinking something they're doing is disgusting or the way they're being is disgusting. And I just mean that they like chew their food weird, but that you feel a strong sense of disgust. This indicates a lack of respect. And for any thriving relationship, respect has to be present for deep connections, for the ability to communicate and to move forward in a growth way with each other so that you can create a really amazing relationship. And in those relationships, disgust is not present. And what do you do? Relationships have different phases, okay? And it depends on which phase you're in for what you're gonna do. If you are in what I wanna call stop the bleeding phase, okay? This is where things are really bad and you're making it worse all the time. Every additional fight, every longer length of silence is creating more and more trauma for this relationship. And so the very first thing you need to do in that situation is stop the bleeding. Stop making it worse. And the way to do that is, first of all, to get some tools, pick up some tools, first of all, that you can use so that you can communicate in a different way and you don't continue to do further damage. I would definitely recommend also getting some support. Get yourself into a supportive community, get yourself a professional therapist, a professional coach. And even if your partner isn't game for that kind of thing, you can get help. You can get somebody to help you work with your end of the relationship. You can get a community to support you while you do your best to stop the bleeding in this relationship if you're choosing to stay in it, okay? Now, once you do that, you go into a different phase, which is like the road back to health. We're not totally back at this is the greatest relationship ever, but you're on your way there. And when you're on your way, when you're on your road to health, you need a plan. So you need continued support. Highly recommend a community or, strong people around you who are supportive of the relationship and a plan. Know where you're going. Where are we headed? And some accountability along the way. So you continue to forward yourself and you're not sliding back into old habits or just staying stagnant. We want to keep moving our relationships forward if they're really important to us. So you want to continue to collect tools, you want to plan, and you want some accountability and support. And then there's maximization or optimization, where you really, this is the stage where things are going pretty great, but you can get even closer together. You can connect even on a deeper level. And you want to treat that in a different way. You need different tools for optimizing a relationship than you do for stopping the bleeding. And what you want to do when you go into that maximization and optimization mode is you want to have some routines in practice. You want to have some things that you do regularly all the time. They're kind of like maintenance that keep you looking closely at what's happening with the relationship and not letting it run on autopilot. A lot of relationships, when they are left on autopilot, eventually will slide backward. So you really have to keep focused on your relationship. So each stage requires a different tool, and disgust is a pretty good indicator that you are either creating problems continually all the time and making things worse in your relationship, or you need to get on a forward movement plan if this is a relationship that you want to stay in. And you got to figure out what you need in order to do that, depending on where you are in a relationship. If you are looking for a community that can support you, please consider joining us in our Facebook group, Women Committed to Relationships. It is a women's only group, and it's free, tons of training in there all the time to help you at these different phases and give you support. If you are in a little bit of a deeper hot water situation and you just know that you need to work one-on-one with someone, you can always direct message me anytime, and I'm just quick phone call or chat away from getting you on a plan forward. So watch out for those emotions. They're the best indicators of what's going on with us, and I wish you all of the blessings in your relationship and so much love and connection. Thank you for watching.